Welcome to 7 Days of Sabotage. I am your host for this game. My name is Zach. I am Zach of Zach's Big Wave. We have with us the lovely Joseph, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Joe, also known as SabotagetheDM. It's been wonderful to have Zach's Big Wave to come and run this ridiculous silliness of silly stupidity on this channel this week. Should I say who I'm playing as well today?
Yeah, go for it. You want to introduce your character? Or we
Sure.
can do it in game if you want to, but it's on the screen.
Oh yeah, fine. You could read it on the screen.
Ooh, awesome. Next, I'm going to go to Mr. Sergio. Introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
Hi, I'm Sergio. I am here, very happy. I'm a storyteller and I love D&D. That's basically why I'm here. And I love you guys. And I'll be playing, I should say that for the past maybe 3 months, I've been going to bed with Indigo League. So I'm most excited today to play the very number one and only.
Number one of 150 because we don't talk about the others.
Yeah.
What other?
I'll go 151.
One,
That's
yeah.
what I'll stretch to that.
Okay, just dunk on Pokemon.
In a second.
Wonderful. Okay, so for our next trick, we're going to introduce the wonderful gentleman to my left, Mr. Mario.
Hello. My name is Mario, and I'm really excited to be able to join you guys and meet some of you guys today. This is really new for me. I'm all the way in South America right now. It's 8:24 a.m. I have been awake for 1 hour to play this because I love D&D and I love also anime, and to be able to play Zoro, I'm gonna try and do my best because I've just started watching One Piece this quarantine and I'm already at chapter 337. So
I'm gonna just applaud you for that.
Yeah, keep the journey.
I'm also a huge One Piece fan. I am secretly behind this DM exterior I'm going to evoke for a second. I am a big pile of anime. Going down to our bottom left, we have Mr. Dan Burman, the wonderful, but not playing a goblin today. Dan, what's up with that?
Not playing a goblin. No, I was thinking, no, let's find something a little bit different to play. And I'm doing a goblin normally, doing a kobold tomorrow with Joe. And I thought, no, let's do something different. I'm gonna be playing Lara Croft today, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah! And Dan, do me a favor. I don't mean to put you on the spot. Do you know where Laura's accent's from? Where is she in the UK? Does anybody know?
I'd say it's probably, judging by her house, I'd say Hertfordshire. I'd say
Okay.
somewhere in the home
Yorkshire.
counties. Yorkshire?
Yeah, she's posh Yorkshire.
She's posh
Like-
Yorkshire.
Posh Yorkshire. There is no Yorkshire accent on posh Yorkshire.
Gabrielle McPherson is going to eat you alive.
She's currently watching as well.
She's in the
I
chat.
know she is.
Well, I'm not trying to stir up any
one thing to
bad
say
blood.
to that. That's what I say to that.
Yeah, probably home counties for Lara Croft, I'd say. So sort of just around north of London, Hertfordshire, Oxfordshire, maybe Kent. All very plummy and very RP, I would say.
Absolutely wonderful. Oh man, this is gonna be a hot mess. I'm just so excited. So we have Dan is gonna play Lara Croft, kind of the brains of our operation. If our friend Rob does not steal the spotlight. Rob, tell us about yourself and who you're playing today.
Hello, I'm Rob. I am. I'm not too excited to be here, if I'm honest, but at least I'm doing something with my time. May I say, Dan, as well, you were looking very tanned and transitioning perfectly from Dan Burman to Tan Burntman. And we're getting into the summer now. It's kind of like Groundhog Day. When Dan becomes tan, then time is moving forward. I am under strict instruction not to shoot my laser tag guns throughout this entire stream. Unless it's appropriate, which is any moment. And I will be playing Iago from Aladdin. So we'll see.
Yes, mate.
This is way more
Spicy.
eloquently than you normally describe me in the summer. Normally, you just call me a bronzed prick.
It's only because I'm jealous. I was out in the sun today and I'm pink. You're a beautiful, like, kind of like caramel. Like, I'd eat you if you were a biscuit, like, kind of color.
Yeah.
Whereas you wouldn't eat me
Here.
if it was this biscuit.
Guys,
Yeah.
don't
Pick
get our
wafer.
video demonetized. This is getting.
This is didn't we just flirt outrageously at the start of the last stream as well before
We
everything
did,
fell
yeah.
apart?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Essentially got on and it was like, DM Philly, God, your voice.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Yes,
your voice. Oh, DM Philly. Oh.
I was watching you guys do that, and I was like, are they just gonna talk about his voice for the next 30 minutes or
We are.
3 hours?
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Guys. Seriously,
I do-
huge
I
shout
do
out to
have to
DM
say-
Philly.
I do have to say, Zach, you look gorgeous today, by the way, just letting you know.
You do.
Thank you.
You do.
I appreciate it. There's you know the way to a DM's heart, which is
Through the chest.
absolutely
Compliments.
absolutely unmitigated flattery.
Yeah.
But as the DM, Joe, you know that it's weird because everybody flirts with us because we're all the good guys and the bad guys. Wonderful. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about, we are here day 2 for 7 days of Sabotage, the wonderful anniversary. Thank you guys for letting me be here and for hosting this game and some others. Everybody watching, Thursday, same time, we are doing a werewolf game. It is a pick up and play. If you ever played the game, I've been told, I never played Mafia as a kid, but apparently it's just like the game Mafia. We're playing a super basic version of the game because there's like Ultimate Werewolf that has like a million different jobs. I'm basically doing the most basic version of Werewolf, which is X number, like there's about 1/5 of the overall people that show up will be werewolves that kill off one person per round. You have a seer who can ask whether or not someone is a werewolf and try to direct everybody to kill them, to lynch them, instead of, getting caught as the seer. And then there's the doctor, who's someone who just can pick someone at random that they think the werewolves are going to kill and try and save their life. That's it. So I'm sure there's a million more, different roles and complex things, but that game is going to be all about role playing. You show up, you don't get a character sheet, you just tell me what your character is. Hey, I couldn't have been the werewolf. I run the brothel, and you can tell nighttime is my busy time. So fuck you if you think that it was me. That kind of a thing. Depending on how many people show up, we might have to put a time limit on everybody's like going around to talk.
Most definitely.
Because if there's like 30 people, I'm gonna be like, okay, if I give everybody a minute, every round is gonna be half an hour. So
Yeah.
If
We
you,
will-
if you guys
we
want
will-
to play, if you guys want to join in and play, drop us a whisper or drop us a DM on one of the socials, and we'll shoot you over a Discord link. It's an open game for whoever wants to play. Let's have the biggest game of werewolf we absolutely possibly can.
That's
Next
beautiful.
big
Absolutely.
werewolf.
And if it goes really well, I'm thinking about making it just a Thursday staple for my channel. I won't be able to do
Why don't we
in,
call it
in the morning.
Zach's
but-
Big Wave Wolf?
Zach's big
Big
Wolves in
Wolf.
waves.
Oh,
Drowning wolves.
Rob.
drowning wolves.
Oh, my
Oh, it's
God.
phenomenal. But yeah, other than that, we've got Wednesday, tomorrow night, I'll be hosting City of Sin on this channel, which is our game that we usually do on Saturdays, but we're doing Wednesday with a couple of guest hosts from across, guest players from across the pond, so that'll be fun. What do you guys got going on in the morning tomorrow?
Ooh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning we've got a rerun of Dragon Heist.
Yes, season 1.
And then what are we doing tomorrow, Joe? Around sort of lunchtime, 2 o'clock sort of time? What are we doing?
So 2 o'clock, we've got a D&D game of 7 deadly kobolds. So essentially, the scene will open with some really good and wonderful, lawful good adventurers as they go over to essentially do genocide and try and kill off an entire clan of kobolds. So our players will be playing 7 of those kobolds, who are going to protect their clan and stop these heroes from destroying them. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of hard beats. Going to be playing through that, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's 7 of us, so it's the biggest game that I've ever run. It's just 7, so hopefully it will be fine.
Absolutely.
I'm
Joe, I
currently
recommend
threatening Neomancer
macros.
in the stream right now.
Yeah, macros everywhere.
Yeah, we're also playing with some guest players that are currently in the chat, and we've got myself, Rob will be joining, and currently there's a lot of sass going on in the chat as one of our guest players, Mark, is well, they're threatening each other, and and Heavens Bevins also is going to join as a player, has jumped in as well. So yeah, let's see if any of us survive before the adventurers even arrive.
And then we've got Frost Maiden at 6 o'clock, Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, which is run by Josh Ellison. Which at the moment all of the players are. It's right in the middle of our campaign, and all of the players are poised to kill each other. So I think it's going to be a really interesting session.
Big old battle where everyone's very Reservoir Dogs. We've all got to fight something together, but also someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna get stabbed in the back there. It's happening.
Yeah, for sure.
We've all made our peace with it. It's happening.
Oh, wonderful.
Shut up, Rob.
Please kill me. Please kill me. I wish for death. Real quick, can someone drag Laura onto the D20? I know that nobody can see it. I just want to assign Laura so that she can move around on her own.
Do I do that? Do I?
Yeah, just drag your. Actually, hold on. Does that work?
There you go. You're in.
Yeah.
Can you control that?
Yeah. I'll go and sit in the corner booth.
Yeah, there we go. So, do we have any more announcements? Did I miss anything?
No, I think you're good.
Quick peek. Okay. Well, I know I'm good, but no, I'm just kidding.
Do you have a standing desk? May I just ask?
I do.
Yeah.
You do.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
my ADHD brain can't decide whether I should sit or stand, so most of the time I DM standing because I get too excited.
No, I'm pleased. Good.
Amazing.
That's all.
So, welcome to what I am calling Star Heist. We're playing this game called BESM. If you didn't catch any of the earlier details about the game system, this is a one-page RPG for the most part that was put together to be a big pile of anime. It is mostly made for ridiculous anime battles and sword fights, but I experienced this maybe for the first time like 15 or close to 17 years ago at an anime convention where we would show up, basically have character sheets handed to us, and just play. And so you can basically assign this any way you want. So we're actually just finishing up getting some stats that make sense for some of our characters. I think we just finished Donkey Kong and Bulbasaur. So I want to take a quick peek at Iago. Did we assign his stats, or is he still waiting?
I think I'm good. Otherwise, we'll figure it out on the fly.
Okay.
To pardon the pun.
Let's look at Laura then.
Okay.
So I think for a body above adult average human, like a 5, seems like it would make sense. Because she's been out in the wilderness a lot. Actually, you know what? Even a 6, I think, probably makes sense for her. For mind,
hardy.
Yeah, for mind, I think if we're playing the version of her that's kind of like late, like 18, like the late teenagers, the newer rebooted Laura, I think she's definitely been out in the world, but I think a 9. Like where it says in the book, best in the land. Like she's smart, but if she was like the older Laura, I would put her at like a 10 or an 11. But she's still new to the game, so I'd say that.
Prodigy.
And then for Soul, I think she believes in the supernatural, but I don't think Laura's ever like harnessed magical ability in any of her games. So I think maybe just like a 4. Like she has her own willpower, and that's about it.
Okay, sweet.
I think that makes sense for Laura. So if you want to assign those stats, go for it. It's going to be under character sheet. Go to the edit, and then stats. Perfect.
6, 9,
okay.
4.
So the last character that we haven't assigned stats to is Zoro. Now this is fucking ridiculous. So you've assigned him an 8 for body, which is extremely capable. I think that makes sense.
I mean, he kind of can like pick up structures like it's too big. I don't know.
I mean, he did cut a galleon ship in half with one sword. So I think for body, he's... I would even say maybe a 9, like best in the land kind of a thing. He can't be a 12 because he's not the best swordsman in the world, but he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he's pretty
For
cool.
mind, I actually think we're gonna give him a 3.
Sounds perfect.
Because he gets actually, you know what? Let's give him a 1. It
Okay.
says in the book 1 is inept.
Yes.
And 2 is significantly below adult human average, but I think it's not about the fact that he's an idiot. I think
Yeah.
if he's not fighting, he is a moron.
Yeah.
Like, he's a
Which he
genius
is.
when it comes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fighting, but if he's not hacking people apart, then he's a 1. And then for Soul 10, I think that totally makes sense because he can do ridiculous things with his fighting spirit that are impossible. So I think that works out. So
Beautiful.
let me set the stage for everybody who's just now tuning in. We are sitting in a diner. Bulbasaur is standing on a booster seat in a corner booth. And he is munching at some sort of alien fruit that has been served to him. Donkey Kong is in the corner inexplicably. He barely fits in this booth, but because it's made for aliens of all different sizes, he's like managed to like suck in and like is trying to like eat his food with like 2 fingers. Iago can be sitting on, I guess, either Donkey Kong or Zoro's shoulder.
I'm gonna be on Donkey Kong's and like picking the fleas off him.
So he's sitting on Donkey Kong's shoulder while Donkey Kong eats with 2 fingers, and I'm assuming that like every once in a while Donkey Kong just like gives a cracker over his shoulder.
Great, perfect.
Just like, here, it's better than the fleas. Go ahead, but he still picks the fleas off of him. Zoro is sitting to the right. Is Zoro asleep, drinking, or both?
I think he's drinking.
Okay, so Zoro has like a massive bottle of space sake and just looks so bored. Just like, can we fucking get out of here? This seems pointless. And then sitting across from all of them, trying to talk some sense into them or like get people involved, is Laura Croft. Laura, what are you doing here in the diner?
Muted.
So Lara was there, assuming that we were stopping for like a quick snack, and then we've been in here for about sort of 4.5 hours, and as sort of tried to motivate everyone, tried to sort of like subtly suggest that we should maybe get on with the day, but has then just sort of slumped into a book about like advanced quantum physics and has just sat there waiting for people to like deal with their shit.
So like, Laura has already like eaten her meal, paid for everybody, is ready to go, and is just like, we'll leave when we leave.
Yeah, it's reached that point where we've tried to do it the direct way and just be like, this is far too much. This is far too much energy. It doesn't work. I'm just going to sit here.
Nice.
They'll tire themselves out.
Never work with children or animals. That's what they told you.
Nice. So the modifiers in this system go based on 3s. So I want everybody to do a D6 mind check for me, just to see if you kind of like get a lay of the diner and who else is in here.
You just press the dice next to the mind thing.
Just roll a 6, and if your mind is a 3 or higher, subtract 1. If it's 6 or higher, subtract 2. 9 or higher, subtract 3, and so on.
What if it's 1?
If it's 1, then you just get your raw roll.
Yeah. I just fall asleep, probably. Like, I finish my bottle, and then I look at Laura, and she's reading Quantum what? And then...
So don't even bother to roll. Zoro finishes his bottle of sake and passes out. And just, like cross arms, like...
Yeah.
Like cartoon bubble, like, asleep. Like, and literally, there's a bubble, like, that is getting smaller and bigger as he snores. That's just sitting there. If you want to wake him, you have to pop that. So, on the other side, anybody who rolled below a 2, Iago, I think you're so intent on listening to a conversation 3 booths over, where these 2 aliens that look like Greedo from the fucking Star Wars are having a conversation, and you've spent enough time on these alien planets getting like the ability to imitate other people's voices that you kind of understand what they're talking about. And they're talking about one of their cousins that went to a planet full of sand and got shot while trying to hunt a bounty. And they're arguing over whether or not that guy should be hunted down and put in jail. So you're like highly invested in this conversation. You just don't notice. Laura, a guy walks up to the table, full trench coat, black like ski mask, kind of a like hidden face. Like, he's not wearing a ski mask, but he's so in shadow that it's like some sort of technology or something is hiding his face so that you can't see it. He's got a wide-brimmed, like, noir style hat on, and he's got a scarf up over, like, the first half of his face. Just everything is black. And he just slides a little piece of paper onto the table in front of your quantum book and then goes straight to the bathroom.
Without even looking up, just reaches forward and just licks it and puts it into the top of the book and just starts reading.
So on the note, it says, your contact will be here in 15 minutes. Are you ready to... It says, I hope you're ready to go home. So you guys have been sucked through portals, ripped out of your own universes, living on this alien Shadowrun style world for, let's say, probably about 6 months. So you've become a team, not because you want to, but because you've all been living in the same shitty 1-bedroom apartment for 6 months trying to not murder each other.
Sounds familiar.
It's been hard.
So as soon as you finish reading, like, shuts the book like obnoxiously loud, so it kind of like knocks everyone out. Right, we've got 15 minutes. Our contact's going to be here. Is going to take us home. Finally, we can possibly go home.
You see Zorro. You see Zorro over there. Wake up! The bubble pops, unsheathes his sword, and has the wide eyes looking around like, "Are we under attack?"
Did you hear any of that, Zorro?
I heard we can go home. I would like that.
Yes,
very much.
Yeah. So make sure you point that at the enemies and not any of us. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Bulbasaur is still grabbing food from other tables with his vine leaf. He's like chugging into the mouth and responds to Laura.
Yeah, I would say Bulbasaur is probably like the biggest problem in the apartment because he eats like 5 times his body size and never gets bigger. Right. This is Ash's Bulbasaur from the television show, so he never evolves. So he's been eating you guys out of house and home. Basically, you've all had to pick up like part-time jobs, including Bulbasaur, just to feed yourselves. And so you're all very ready to leave this guy behind. So you guys, you can get up, you can walk around the diner if you want, or you can just sit and wait for, the 15 minutes to pass for your contact to get here. What do you guys want to do?
Mario! I'm just kidding, DK. I'm just kidding.
I think probably because Iago can like talk to animals and like even though he's the only one that speaks English, he speaks every other animal. Like he can talk to Bulbasaur in his language, he can talk to Donkey Kong in his language, and so he's heard all about this asshole of a plumber that has just made life hell for this giant monkey. And even though you've never seen a monkey that big, you just love to fuck with him because every time you say Mario, his eyes get the size of dinner plates.
I feel like that's probably about the 20th time he's done it since we've sat at this table.
Easily.
Mario! I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think Donkey Kong's just going to go and sort of grab hold of him. Or just pop him on the table. And then I think he looks over at Iago like this. And everyone hears, And what Iago says is, "Don't be a dickhead. I mean, seriously.
Okay. I'll forget about it. It's going to be so far from my memory.
Oh God!
So at this point,
Ah.
Yeah. I've been sitting on that one all night.
This is what you all signed up for.
so at this point, after Sora has been kind of nagged on by Lara, and he has this sort of like really captain thing going on. I'll just scout a little bit around our table, like the nearby ones. Just sort of like keeping guard, maybe checking if with our contact comes an enemy or something, just so Laura is a little bit happier about this whole situation, and also taking advantage of the opportunity to kind of move away from these two animals.
So Laura, you have to kind of scoot as Zoro gets out of the booth, and Zoro, roll me a mind check real quick.
I must.
I'm going to get lost immediately.
You got a 3? So Zoro's like, I'm gonna go look around, and then immediately ends up over here in the corner, right next to the bathrooms, where nobody is standing. And is just like, this is obviously, he's standing next to the back door. He's like, he found a door, and he's like, this is where the contact will be coming in, obviously.
It's obviously where the contact is going to be coming in. I'm just staring at the door right now. Like, so, just one hand on mine.
The person who dropped the message, are they gone?
No, they're still in the bathroom.
Oh, he went into the bathroom. Well, beautiful.
Yes.
I'm in the right spot.
So you guys wait about 15 minutes with Zoro. Like, at some point, someone over by the kitchen, like the kitchen staff, comes out and looks at him and goes, are you waiting for the bathroom?
I just stare until he leaves.
Okay. You have a great day. And just walks off. I just imagine like Zoro's stare is so intense and with a hand on the sword, of which isn't weird because in Shadowrun, like Fizzads and like all kinds of other characters are running around with katanas. So he's like, 3 is an interesting number, but whatever. I don't get paid enough for this shit. And just leaves. So after about 15 minutes, a character that I think Donkey Kong would recognize walks in.
Mario.
Actually, he looks like Mario, but he's taller, wearing a purple suit. He's got a zigzaggy mustache.
No.
Wah, wah.
And then all he got in his head is like this thought of a back of a cart and a green shell being fired out, and then hearing the laughter as he spits out.
So he comes down. He walks in, and the booth behind you guys is empty. He comes in and sits right about here where I'm pinging on the map, back to back with Laura, whips open this massive newspaper and just goes, wah.
I think Donkey Kong could have tried and stand up with the table still on him.
Give me a body check. Because the table, it's not like Donkey Kong isn't ridiculously strong, but the table is bolted to the floor.
Yeah, exactly. So if I just hit the body roll, I'm just going to try that and see what happens. I never know what's going to happen here. Oh no. Situational modifier, none. Submit. I rolled a 3.
Okay,
That's
and then your
2d6.
body, and then your stat is 8, so you get a minus. So you do stand up, and the whole table shifts, and you hear underneath you the floor go, as like
Do I-
two of the bolts come up. And Laura, you are now pinched. Like you are, the table is now like pressing into your belly.
I think Bulbasaur would grab one of the vine whip and just like poke him behind the
DK?
shoulder. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Wario.
Yeah. So
Waluigi.
yeah.
Waluigi.
So you poke Waluigi, and he goes, "Be cool." Don't look at me.
Be cool! Be cool, motherfucker! I am cool!
Do I hear any of this from the bathroom door?
Yes, you do. And you try to make your way back to the table. Give me another mind roll.
I will try. I got a 3 again, Zach.
So you end up on the complete opposite side of the restaurant, looking around for your table over here, and you're like, our booth is shaped like a circle. Like, why can't I find it? There's no circle booths. Like,
So I'm basically going like in zigzag through the other booths, like really desperate, like, because the sounds are so bumpy, and I'm just running around.
This big fat alien that's wearing like a suit that's obviously been handcrafted because his belly comes out to here goes, my good man, more ketchup, please.
Do I see any ketchup nearby?
Yeah, you see one on an opposite table.
Okay, so I don't know why, but while I'm running, I'll go grab that for him.
Okay, you grab the ketchup and you try to make it back to his table. Give me another mind roll.
Oh, fuck. Wait, this could be good. Wait, I got a 4.
You got a 4. That succeeds. You meet your minuses. So you manage to get the ketchup and turn around and put it on his table.
Okay, so there you go. And then I keep running.
Thank you. And he's like obviously some fat aristocrat. He like pulls out some sort of like electronic like credits cube and just like hands it to you. He goes, "A tip for you, sir."
So I was gonna run, but as I kind of smell cash, like
money.
I got it.
Okay, so you have a cube with 100 credits on it.
And then I go to my nakamas.
I'm loving the full body, full frame on this screen. This is so good.
Yeah, I'm so not moving the camera, right?
I love it so hard, Mario.
The guy who you passed coming out of the kitchen comes up and grabs you and goes, "Hey, your table is over there. You don't work here."
Okay, so I put out my sword because as I feel his touch, I'm so prepared to cut him in half, like in that very split second. And as I turn and I see my friends over there, I just thank you, and I just passively aggressive walk past him without seeing him at all.
So Zorg, you finally make your way back to the table, and at this point, Bulbasaur is tapping your contact on the back, who's trying not to look at you. Donkey Kong is standing at his full height in a diner. His head is like crunched like this because he's like against the ceiling. And Waluigi is sitting there going, "Wow, sit the fuck down."
And he just goes, "Roar!" and sort of screams out a roar. And actually, I think Iago, you hear him say, do not tell me to sit down," is what you can hear, Iago.
Sit down, DK, sit down. Hey, come on. Oh, the food's here. Come on, DK. Yeah, little barrels. We got your little barrels. That's right. Yeah,
Throws one across the room.
You pick up and throw a cup that they specifically transformed into a barrel so you'd feel good drinking out of it. So you just throw this little tiny barrel and it bounces against the floor, and one of the waiters comes over and picks it up and like hits it with some sort of a like special electronic device and refills it and puts it back on your table, and then zaps the stain on the floor and is like, "If you wanted another one, you could have just asked. Like, I speak monkey." And then, like,
I think this whole time Lara hasn't moved from the booth. Has sort of like just sucked in a bit and has pulled out from her bag a small like almost like just a small timepiece, and then a small like those mirrors that you can use to see around corners.
Mm-hmm.
Just stuck one on the side of the book here so she can see Waluigi and what they're writing, and then it's just literally counting down the minutes of these 15 minutes.
So Waluigi goes, yeah, wow. He goes, you better be at 5th Street at 11:30 tonight. Laura, you look at your watch and it's 11, and 5th Street is like 12 blocks.
For the non-American, that's far.
Well,
Yeah,
so
it's like
a block in a city, depending on like the city that you're in, could be like 5 or 10 blocks could be a mile. Depending on how close together the buildings are, it could be a 15-minute walk. That could be an hour walk.
We call them squares in the UK. Done.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yes,
Yeah, we call them quadras.
Yes. 12 squares. Not blocks. Squares.
Gotcha. So yeah, you're like 12 squares away.
right.
And he's like, you have to be there in basically half an hour.
So I just look at Laura, waiting
the
for
whole
her to
table goes
decide.
quiet. The whole table goes quiet when Boba goes, Boba.
What?
Not today, Boba.
Lara just
Not after
really
last time, Boba.
What does
Sick
Bulbasaur
pervert.
do? What does Bulbasaur do to imply what he's trying to say?
I think they will like stand on the table and go like "Baba Baba, soar," and point to the door.
Okay, perfect. So he kind of Bulbasaur's giving you guys the like, we need to fucking go.
Yeah, Lara gets up from the booth and just very subtly over her shoulder, just in the direction of Waluigi. She's like, "I'm very sorry for his language," and gets up and walks up. And as she walks, I'm presuming that Zorro's just sort of bimbling, just sort of like grabs him by the scruff, and like marches him forwards like this. Out the door so he can't get lost.
So as you guys step out of the
Thank
booth,
you.
Waluigi folds the newspaper and passes it to Laura as she passes. And you feel the newspaper as you grab it, and you feel 5 plastic squares inside. And he goes, wow, you guys are in the computer as employees, but you got to come up with your own jobs and cover stories. And he goes,
Hey.
wow, you never saw me. And then he gets up and leaves ahead of you.
Yeah, I think Donkey Kong's gonna watch him leave and just go.
You can kill him now, DK. Kill him now.
Evil monkey
Just sort of
style.
points at
Right,
you.
yeah. He's not even He's not even Donkey Kong anymore. He just full transforms into the monkey from Family Guy.
Yeah, just points at him all the way out. Very much saying, I did see you. I did see you.
Fantastic. So, do you guys all leave the diner?
I do as indicated, as
Okay.
pointed out.
Frog marched
Indicated
out.
by our leader, Bulbasaur.
Yeah, Bulbasaur like you wrap a vine around Zoro's waist.
Yeah,
I like that too.
like you're walking him.
it is like those parents that take their children with a leash.
You do it like full X style, like a harness.
Sar.
So
Bulbasaur,
I kind of feel like he's saying my name when he says Sor.
Right.
one of the aliens at the bar turns around and is like, gives you a weird look, and as you go, Bulbasaur, he can speak your language, and he's like, walking, you're human. I get it. And then just turns around and keeps working on his food.
Keep spilling.
So you guys leave, and you're kind of, you're familiar with the city. You've been living here for 6 months trying to figure out a way home. So you make your way to 6th Street, walking down. Now, are you gonna hurry there? Or are you gonna stop to talk about your cover stories? Because Dan, as soon as you get out, Laura opens up the newspaper and there's 5 passes on lanyards for the facility that you're supposed to be going to.
I assume we've only got a short amount of time, so we'd do it on a walk and talk. But I'd take them out, I'd hand them over to Iago and say, cover stories, characters. This is more your kind of bag.
Okay, I'm thinking lanyard inspector. Regulation.
Wait. Who are you assigning these to, Rob?
He's
Because you can fly around and drop the lanyards on people. I'm just imagining you're just like assigning. So who's lanyard inspector?
Lanyard inspector is going to be Bulbasaur.
Okay.
Bulb is good, Saw is bad, okay?
Sword.
How much once week?
Sword.
Designated internal digital security made physical. DK, you're taking that one.
Wait, he's cybersecurity, or he's virtual security made
Physical
digital.
cybersecurity.
yeah, it's physical cybersecurity.
Got it.
You're the history tab in Internet Explorer. Lara, you take that.
You're the Wikipedia extension.
Zorro, you're a virus, if I'm completely honest. It's been a burden being with you the whole time. We'll call you Malware.
That is my name. Yeah.
Bulbasaur asks the group if we know the place that we're going, like we've ever heard of this facilities, and he does it in the
As far as you know, Laura, you've been to 6th Street before. It's a gas station. Like the place that he tells you you're going is a gas station. So you're not sure what this is, or why you would need passes to get in. But
Is there anything written on the pass that would?
Oh yeah.
Suggest?
It's his I'm blanking on the name. Hold on. It says EGAD Industries.
EGAD.
EGAD.
Um,
And then the smiles go up from people who have played Mario games.
I can't say I've been to inside this particular gas station. I don't know why we need a lanyard, but presumably that's what we'll find out when we get there. Anyone know anything about EGAD systems?
Give me a mind check, DK, and Iago, give me a mind check as well. I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds for some water.
Hydrate.
Hey! Oh, we got a 10. I still don't know whether these things are good or not.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
I rolled a 10, so I'm going to
got
go
a-
with
I got
that
a
being terrible. But I got a 4. Stat 4. I rolled
So your
a 10.
stat of 4 is your modifier. I don't know why it's rolling a d10.
It's rolling 2d6s.
Oh, okay, gotcha, and it's adding them together. So you got 2 5s, so that's actually a double fail. Because even with your mind stat of 4, you would get a -1, but that would only give you a 4.
Okay.
So you got 2 3s, Rob, which is a double success. And because of your mind stat of 9, you would subtract 2, or you'd subtract 3. So that's actually a critical success on both. It's like a dirty 20, basically.
Hey!
So you've heard Donkey Kong talk about how he's jealous of Mario's brother because he really likes the film Ghostbusters, and he never gets to play Ghost Capture. But because Luigi has the ghost catching vacuum that Professor Egad gave him, he gets to go on ghost hunts. And so you're like, Egad, like you know about it through the story. And so you know that he's an inventor that makes crazy shit, usually for paranormal research.
Egad, he's the professor who made the Boo Hoover. You know, the Boo Hoover. the ghost suction, the ectoplasm cleaner. Help me out here, DK. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, that's what I needed. Some intrigue. Yeah. Ooh, with drums. EGAD Industries, you know it.
So it's probably one of those situations where you go to a seemingly innocuous location and then you find a lever behind a doorway and it leads down to an endless dungeon. I've done this plenty of times.
Yeah, this is a Tuesday thing for Laura. This is like, hey, traps, lasers, is whatever. So you guys make your way over there. Iago's passed out all the lanyards. Zorro, you're at the front, and you walk up to this gas station with everybody, and all of a sudden you realize, everybody, that you've never been here this late at night. It's 11:28, and all of a sudden there are two like murder death robots with like tank treads, like giant laser cannons, steel plating, and they just immediately turn and go, "Prepare to be vaporized."
So I just go.
Let's fucking go. So you have a split second to respond. I want you to go ahead and roll that. Go ahead and roll that body check for me. And you can use one of your skills. You can use one of your skills to enhance it.
Oh wait. What? No, that was a D20. That was a
D20.
Yeah, that's a D6. That's a D6. Roll. So is that good or bad? That's bad, right?
D6 is actually a critical fail. Now, if you want to use one of your abilities to re-roll it, you can, because you haven't declared you're using one of your abilities. Are you using one of them to...
I'm gonna try and use Ushibari, my bull kind of stampede with two swords.
Okay, awesome. So go ahead and roll me 2d6.
Dun, 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 dun. So that's a 10.
Oh.
Double fives. Okay, so now we're gonna go into backup mode. So Zorro goes to cut these things, but his concentration is off. Usually he'd slice these things up, no problem. He does the anime thing where he slashes and lands on the other side. And like you see like sparks ping off of the bodies of these robots and they go 5, 4. Who's up next?
Oh god. I think I'm just gonna start strafing and shooting.
Okay,
Iago's
so
just going to fly away from danger and leave you just
he's like, I'm
to
gone.
die or win. Yeah,
I have no loyalty to any of these people.
absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
So Laura, give me a mind check to see if you can pinpoint a part on these guys where they could be disabled or where you'd have the most luck doing damage.
Okay, it says situational modifier. Do I add anything?
Yes. So what's your mind? Your mind's 9.
Yeah, my mind is 9. Yeah.
So roll a d6 and subtract 3 from the outcome.
Oh, I got a 1.
Right.
Bam! Critical. Okay.
Okay,
So
that's good.
You do like the fucking like Sherlock Holmes, like Robert Downey Jr. style, where you're like, you're basically Terminator view, and you lock on. These things are covered head to toe in steel, except for the glass eye stalks. So you've got to make either a shot with your pistols and hit these things in the eyes, or you could try to do a double shot at disadvantage with your bow and arrow. Because nothing else you have is gonna nail them right there.
Guns all the way.
Guns all the way. Okay. Go ahead and roll. That would be, I guess, a soul check.
Okay. Soul check. So a D6. There's a 5 minus my soul is 4, so that's what, -1.
So you get a 4. So the first one doesn't hit. Go ahead and do the next one.
3
Okay, 3. Perfect.
minus. What do I get? A
Minus 1. So that's a 2. So you do. So you shoot the first robot. And I'm gonna roll a luck check here. See if that just fully disables it. Yep, that's a high. So you're good. So you shoot the first robot. Boom. The bullet goes like straight down the barrel of the camera into the glass of the eye stalk. It goes vaporization, and it just falls, bent over in half. One robot is still up and ready to vaporize you guys. So next up, is it going to be Bulbasaur or is it going to be DK?
And looks at each other.
Ooh, Bulba!
You guys can go at the same time if you want. You just have to not get in each other's way.
Bulbasaur!
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that.
Hell yeah.
Bulbasaur is gonna. I know it's not in the skill set per se, but I think for narrative purpose, gonna use Razor Leaf. As
Go for it. Yeah. If you want to
I'll
try
try
to use
to-
Razor Leaf,
I'll try to
You're gonna
use
have-
Razor Leaf on
you're
the
going to do a
eyes.
soul check versus his body.
Okay, so 2.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Let's do this. Soul check. That's 1, 2, 3.
Oh no, that's Zach's roll. Oh no.
Oh.
That's not good.
Oh shit.
Is my situational modifier with a 10? That would be
Right, so your stat is 10, which means you get to subtract 3 from your roll.
Okay. I'll just press this.
Roll
Hey!
2 minus
Oh,
3.
double ones.
Hey.
Double one.
Yeah, you double crit. So Bulbasaur lifts. By the way, you never stopped having your vines on Zoro.
Yeah.
So Zoro did his speedy anime thing, and you kind of had a moment where you were like tugged, and you were like, so you move Zoro out of the blast zone, and then your back shell thing, like your little bulb, opens up, and just a storm of razor sharp, like cutting leaves just shoot out in a tornado, and slice up all, like the robots are a pile of just like little metal cubes once you're done, just like completely dismantled. And standing there in the shells are 2 toads. Like, and their clothes then also completely like fall off. And so they're just down to their underpants, and they're like, "Don't kill us! We surrender!"
I will take away the vines from Zoro and grab them both and drag them closer to us.
We're so sorry. And so they look, and they're like, "Oh, security passes! You must be the new guys." Hello.
Sorry.
They're both like sweating profusely, like
And naked as well.
Yeah, nothing but their underpants, just like their little mushroom heads have completely fallen off. Go in and see the professor, I guess. We don't get paid enough for this. Don't kill us.
How they normally treat their new employees. That seems to be very- yes. Okay. We head in.
So
I don't know. Do you guys are going to keep interrogating these toads?
if we decide to head in, I'll just knock them both down
Aw.
afterwards.
Okay, so you're gonna
Just for
just knock
safety.
them out.
Yeah,
Okay,
just for
these guys
safety,
have these guys have 0 body. So like, if you just take the back of your sword and just go like thunk on the back of their heads, they're
Yeah,
out.
I like that. But
Okay.
I want to make sure we leave first.
Okay, got it.
I think
So we
get
all
to the
leave, and then
front.
you come zipping back and go and run away.
yeah, exactly. That.
I think Donkey Kong's gonna check his lanyard with Bulbasaur.
Okay.
Sort of showing it to him.
To me.
Yeah,
To
to
Bulbasaur?
Bulbasaur.
So what are you showing me? Sorry.
The lanyard, because you're the lanyard checker, and he's very aware. That
Lanyard inspector.
Bulba. Bulbasaur didn't get that memo. Like Bulbasaur.
And he goes, good, bad.
Oh my god, absolutely fucking fantastic. I love it. So you guys go in, and who would you say probably drives the most? I'm assuming that's probably Laura.
It's probably Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong doesn't. Oh, that's right. He knows how to drive a mean racing cart.
Yeah. He is a competitor.
So Donkey Kong, this is an alien planet. Plenty of people have like universal translators in their ears, so you're not used to not being able to be understood. So you go in where you usually would pay for gas, and you don't recognize the inside of this gas station at all, like 0%. So you go into this gas station, and it is a ghost-busting, like warehouse. It's inside. You've got a machine over on one side that's draining ghosts out of a larger machine and turning them into paintings. You've got a little like tinker table off to the left-hand side where there's this little man with a big like round football-looking head and a little wisp of white hair. And this is just not a gas station. You've been in here to pay for gas 100 times, and you've never seen this. And the little guy is running around the room, like, trying to build something and, like, does not regard you guys at all.
I think seeing the ghost, I think what Donkey Kong does is sort of turn his back to look over and try to see if it stops or if it moves. And all he hears is... and sort of turns around to Iago.
I've flown back in through a window.
I killed the rest of them.
Iago, go ahead and roll a mind check for me, just to see if basically your persuasion.
Yeah, baby. Okay, hold on. Stats, mind, skittish. That's a success.
Hold on a second. I moved away from. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. That's a double one again. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, it's a 1 and a 3. Yeah. So you come back in and you're just like, yeah, guys. So I there were a bunch of people on the roof and I murdered them all.
Yeah,
and
he has a bit of mushroom hanging out of his mouth.
And like the rest of you look at that. And, like, Laura, you can roll an opposed mind check if you want to tell if he's lying. But the rest of you, it beats your passive mind. Like, you just 100% believe him. You're just like, wow, Iago, you're just fucking, like, yeah.
Yeah, I got powers.
So I rolled a 4 and a 2.
So you notice that something's off about his story, but you can't pinpoint it.
Don't question it. The less you think, the more you know.
Sure.
That's so.
I love Iago so much. When I let you guys pick your characters and I was like, go ahead, and then I got the list back, I was like, nothing can go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be fine. Let's say we'll be fine.
Yeah, be all right.
Fantastic. So you guys, finally, like, as you file into the room, at some point, Egad can't ignore you anymore. And he turns around and goes, Zuka, yaka, waka.
Zoka, waka, waka. That's right.
So, Iago, you're the only one who understands him just because you've spent so long, like, listening to alien and, like, other universe dialects. And so, you know that he said, hello, my name is Egad. Welcome to my lab.
Bobo Chocho, Calabanga dude.
And that means
he looks at you and
lanyard inspector, physical and digital security, history button, malware, and office pet.
I'm going to go ahead and roll a mind check for him. He absolutely failed. And so he looks at you and goes, wooka wooka, haka. And he basically says, you have a funny accent, but that all makes sense.
I believe you implicitly.
Right, absolutely. And then he goes,
It's working, guys. It's working.
and he goes, Uka, and looks at DK, and he's like, you look familiar, but no matter. And so he basically goes on this long, like, tirade of ukazukas and all kinds of weird fucking things. And Iago, you're just, like, nodding and, like, you know, you understand everything. And he basically goes, my lab downstairs, and he points at a hatch in the corner, and he goes, I tried to build a portal that would let me go to another universe, and it exploded about 6 months ago, and so I welded that door shut. And I just thought I'd start over.
What a wait.
But he goes, I had to get some new employees because my last 5 disappeared down there and didn't come back. So thanks for taking the job. I wish you luck. And anything that I can provide, to help you guys, you know, and he basically just like has like a wall of tools that are all for catching ghosts. So he's got like the Poltergeist 4000 from like Luigi's Mansion, but upgraded. And he has like a couple of those like little traps, like basically the things from Ghostbusters that you put underneath to like suck them in. And he's got like a couple of ghost grenades that like shoot ectoplasm everywhere. And he's like, take any of that with you. I don't know if it's going to help because I don't know what came through from the other universe. Like I said, I welded the door shut. So, and my last 5 employees didn't come back. So, take whatever you want. And while your jobs don't seem to have anything to do with the ad I put in the paper, good luck.
Okay, lock and load, guys. Let's roll.
So, does anybody want to take anything that's on the walls?
I want to see if it's possible to carry the heaviest gun possible.
Okay.
I will
I'll
say
drag it with my beak along.
Go ahead and roll a body check. He does have like a laser blaster that he seems to have modified to shoot ghosts that you might be able to carry.
Nope. No. Definitely not.
You go to pick it
I'll
up, it drops on the floor, fires a laser that ricochets all over the workshop, and then like the final one like goes right between your legs.
Yeah.
Wowza!
So I figure like since Zorro did not understand a single word from the descriptions of the objects, I mean just from the looks of it, I think he would either grab a grenade or a trap. Maybe he doesn't know which one is which, so maybe we can roll for that, and maybe just grab something that's really throwable.
Just roll a raw d6.
Okay.
Like not tied to any stat, just a raw d6.
I got a 1.
Okay, you find a stick with a peculiar metal bit on the end of it, and
I like that.
When you pick it up, it transforms into a Mario style hammer, with the end of it projecting like a ectoplasm, like a ghost version of the hammer, and it makes that noise. And then you click it off, and it just like goes back in, and the noise immediately stops.
Okay.
And he's like, as soon as you turned it on, you noticed that when the music started, it got like 5,000 pounds heavier. So you and DK are like the only ones that can pick this up. And
That's
so
good.
Egad turns and does a bunch of like wooka wooka zaka zaka, and he's like, I didn't think anybody could lift that, but take it if you want.
Bulbasaur also is going to try to grab a laser gun with his
With his vines? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Proper this thing, but with the vines.
So you position and basically mount on top of your bulb like a ghost shotgun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does anybody want the vacuum cleaner?
I think DK was going to go for the biggest thing. So if the vacuum cleaner is the biggest thing,
okay,
then they'll
so
take it.
DK, you step up to the wall and you pull the vacuum cleaner off, and you look at the straps, and they're made for plumber arms that are about this like far around, and you're like, this'll work, and then you just pull them and they cartoonishly stretch. and then out the bottom, like it shoots out like a little flashlight.
Nice.
And when you turn on the flashlight, it like projects rainbow light.
Ooh.
And so you got the vacuum. The vacuum for you is like a mounted shoulder cannon that just sucks things.
Nice.
I think Lara's going full Ghostbusters. Is going proton pack and trap on wheels.
Hell yeah!
Probably
Love
like
it.
big fan of Bill Murray growing up, and it's just like, yeah, we're going with this.
Ghostbuster Laura Croft.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
But like sort of takes it down and goes to the goes to Egad and sort of flashes lanyard and says, "Do you see what this says?" It says Internet History Inspector, which means I know your internet history.
Ooka.
If you double cross us, I'm sending it to your parents. Okay, thanks. That was all.
He just makes like a really big frowny face, like that seems to stretch his entire mouth.
Everybody else in the world sees like an LDC screen that kind of comes up, ... and all the text that he's talking about comes up.
Yeah, he does one of these with like a frowny face, and it's just like dots for like 5 pages. You're hitting the A button 5 times, and it's just dot 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 dot. And then he just says, and
That's
then
so Mega Man.
Zuka. And it just says, "Oh God, what have I done?"
It's the shiitakes. That's what you did.
The shiitakes.
And you see him like go over into the corner and like pull out a stash of like poison mushrooms and like flush them. Like he's like, I gotta stop doing these.
So his internet history browser led him to this post.
Yeah, led him to drugs. He's like, I thought they were expanding my mind, but I was wrong.
You click one pop-up, man. It's a slippery slope. You try and watch one game of football online, and then there's a pop-up, and then you're the next thing you know, you're in the dark web. So I've heard. It's as old as time.
He's like, that orc with the sunglasses sold me mushrooms, and I definitely thought that they were, just. He said mind expanding. I thought it was for science, but I'm addicted. I have a problem.
Waka waka.
So I think this is actually really great. We've got everybody strapped and ready to go into the deep lab. I think we've been going for like an hour and a half. I didn't even realize we've been having so much fun. I think we'll do a quick 15-minute bio and hydrate, and then we'll come on back. How's that sound, guys?
Beautiful.
Yeah, sounds good.
What's up?
Does this
Awesome.
mean you're going to a pet break?
Pet break! Yes.
Pet break!
If you're not familiar with our channel, feel free to go follow Zach's Big Wave if you want. I don't like to do self-promo too much. But if you go to our channel and you follow or subscribe, go ahead and send us through our Discord link, which is on my page. We have a whole channel inside there called Pet Break, and we love people to send us pictures of their cats, dogs. We have a couple of snakes, lizards, just whatever your pet of choice is. And just go ahead and send us those pictures, and we put them into our BRB, which is our Pet Break. So I'm going to leave you guys with a little lo-fi music, I believe is what I've got queued up. And we'll be back in 15.
Beautiful.
Right. See you guys. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thanks
Madam.
for letting us bio and be humans and all that. As overrated as it is, clearly.
Yeah.
Well,
As other than Dan here, we'd all rather be someone else other than human. Oh, hold on a sec. I need to change my video background because I have something for the lab. Let's see.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, 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 bum. It's gonna be the theme. Let's see.
I mean, we also have.
So you guys go down in here, and it looks very similar to this kind of like super futuristic lab. We've got doors that open automatically. Like you guys come down like a steel ladder, but then you turn around and there's like walls with like windows in them and like research. This seems like a research facility, but it is fucked. Like there's like plants that are starting to come up through the floor. You can tell that like nobody's been down here in 6 months, and something is accelerating the plant growth underneath this thing. Either that or the plants are just mutated, because there's like whole shrubs like right around here on the map. Like there's like big shrubs that are like overtaking tables and shit. And there's like parts of the floor are being like, they're like made of steel, but they're being pressed apart by like wood that's growing up through them. And as you guys come down and kind of get your wits about you, actually DK, I'm gonna say you're probably in the front because you've got the flashlight. And as you kind of swing it left to right, you immediately see 3 targets. These 7-foot tall rats with half of their bodies decaying, just coming at you. And they're just like, just making little chitterings, and they're just like reaching for you with like half their face melting off and just lunging forward. But they are like 7 feet tall and like 4 feet wide in like the like at their highest bit. So these are not your average New York rats. Like these are big motherfuckers.
I think DK's just gonna start lumbering towards.
Okay.
Grabs hold of one of them by their lapels and goes in for a headbutt.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna say this is kind of a surprise round because you just shined them all with your flashlight from the ghost pack. So they're all kind of stunned. So I'm gonna say you can all take a movement. Now, if any of you don't have lights, I'm gonna say Zorro, you can't see in the dark. Iago, as a bird, I'd say you could see once your eyes adjust. But I don't know that you're going to be doing anything combat related.
Oh, you'll see.
Laura, I'm going to say you might have like the pistol and flashlight thing going on. And Bulbasaur, as a Pokemon, I'm going to give you low light vision. Go for it.
Nice. Love it.
So DK, everybody's got 6 panels worth of movement. DK, go ahead and move to the rat you want to attack.
1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go for this one in the middle.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and click your headbutt for me.
Shapow. Oh, sorry. Kablibby.
Kablibby.
Situation modifier 0.
That should be a 6.
A 6. Let's have a look. Whoop.
Oh, for a second I thought you rolled nothing, and I was like, that's impressive. Okay,
Oh no,
so
I rolled terribly, I think.
so you rolled 2 6s. Now you are using your headbutt, so you do get a second roll on this. You can re-roll it, but because of your super armor, while it won't interrupt the attack, it will give him an attack of opportunity on you if you want to try and make the second headbutt.
Yeah, like.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll.
God, that was such a terrible roll. Oh my god!
Again?
Six
You know,
and a 2.
It's hilarious because when I play D&D in Roll20, I feel victimized by low rolls.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
This is the only time where being a high roller is a problem. So DK,
to minus my attack stuff, right? So
that's true. So your
that would
body
be-
is 8?
yeah,
Okay, so you get a -2 to both. So I'm going to say you hit and you do the damage, but you don't get the effect of burying him.
Okay.
the way that DK's headbutt would in like Super Smash Brothers. So based on the damage, you whack this guy with your head, like you just boom, and he like kind of is like and just keeps coming at you. He's definitely like it takes him a second, but he also gets an attack of opportunity. So this is going to be opposed with your body.
Okay.
He rolled a 5, so just roll anything below a 5.
Yeah, sure. It's a D6, and I'll be minusing 2 off this.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it's a 0.
0, perfect. So he goes to like scratch at you with a rat with a rat talon, and he like you like dodge backwards, and the edge of his fingernail just barely puts a little scratch on your DK tie. Messing with his style. This is a bad idea. Okay. Next up, you guys can go in any order. So you just yell at me, whoever wants to go next. This is a surprise.
All right. I'll go. I'll run. I'll attack this one here
Okay.
with the. Let's try a bow and arrow. Why
Okay,
not?
let's do it.
That's something different. So.
Just so we're clear, I cannot see anything, right? Without
You can see where DK's shining his flashlight. So I would say you can see this rat, and you can see wherever Laura's shining her flashlight. So you can see the rat in the middle and the rat to the south.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't use bow and arrow, can I? Because I've got the pistol up like this with there. So I'll just shoot. With
You
the pistol.
could if you want to like do a quick like mind check to like strap the like if you want to try to strap the flashlight to the bow and arrow and then make a shot, go for it.
Well, yeah, I definitely want to do that. Yeah.
Okay, fuck it, yeah. Do a quick mind check just to see if like you like grab some tape and you're trying to get it in a good spot.
Yeah. Mind. Here we go. I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, one of those is a success. So you put some duct tape on there. You get it wrong the first time, but then you kind of reposition and you test it out, and you're like perfect. And then you draw an arrow. And are you going to use a special arrow or just a sharp one?
Yeah, let's use like a
Cheese arrow.
yeah. Laura remembers like scranning a little like doggy bag from the diner. And so like puts a little bit of cheese on the end of the thing and fires it. So hopefully maybe one of the other rats will like go in the direction and maybe they'll attack each other.
Okay, so you're still aiming at him. You're not trying to shoot past him to like get him to turn around or something. If I'm understanding you.
No, I'm gonna try and shoot it at him, but I'm gonna try and have the.
Oh, you're wrapping the cheese around the shaft.
Yeah, the cheese around the shaft.
Gotcha.
This
Okay.
rat, and then maybe the rat that's on Donkey Kong will like go in the direction of the cheese. Too, and
Okay.
Be in a group.
Hell yeah.
They'll cluster. All right. So bow and arrow. Speciality applies. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Situational modifier is.
What's your body stat? Your body stat 6, so you get 2 to situational modifier.
All right. Situational modifier 2 or.
So 4 and a 5.
4 and a
minus
5.
1. So you get a 2 overall. So with the subtract, okay. So you hit him with the 1 because the 4 minus 1 is going to be a 3. Yeah. And the arrow sticks in his shoulder. Like you're kind of fumbling with it because you've got limited visibility, but you manage to like line it up and go thump, and it sticks in his shoulder, and he just is lumbering forward. But you definitely hit him.
Can I use my movement?
Yeah, go ahead.
6 squares, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to help.
Oh, also, if you click on your token and you use the arrow keys, you can move 1 square at a time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if you want to. Like, if you want to just be like 1, 2, 3.
So I think that's 6 there has got me there.
2,
and then I've just got
3, 4, 5.
flashlight back up.
Absolutely. Over here in this hallway, you're gonna see. Low roll 20.
And I'm imagining in like true Tomb Raider style. Like rather than actually running to those places, I found like a really convoluted way of doing it, like monkey barring across like one bit and then like switching through and then like pulling myself, dragging myself along.
Well, these are like tables. So I imagine that you're like, you like jump up on the table and then like to get in between the two rats so that they can't reach you. Like there's like some electrical lines that are like hanging down. And so you kind of like Tarzan at it, like, and then like land and do a roll and like get back up and like you're like Resident Evil style. On the other side of you, the hallway is lit up because there are lasers.
Oh shit.
Crisscrossing the hallway. And you notice that there are like holes in the walls where these like security lasers are like burning slowly but surely through like steel as they go up and down, left and right.
Yeah.
Are they like Resident Evil grid formation? Or are they?
They're just kind of crisscross. So it seems that like where the X is, one of those is going up and down, and one of those is going left and right. So at some point they intersect as like a T formation, but they're kind of doing this.
Okay, but a bird could feasibly fly through them.
Oh, absolutely! If he was adept at flying.
Who knows? Guess we'll find out. My turn. So, I'd like to first of all go over to Lara. I'd like to take that small pack of leftovers that Lara brought from the cafe, the diner.
Okay.
And I would like to spend my turn eating the lot of them.
Just all the cheese and crackers?
Yes, please.
Got it. Make a body check for me.
Thank you. Good. I know how I like to play games. And it's not to be useful whatsoever.
Hey, there's something to be said for the comic relief.
Hey!
Yes, you got a critical success.
Yes.
Laura, you don't even get a chance to react. Iago flies over, you assume that he's doing something useful, and then he hovers there at your fanny pack and eats all of your leftovers.
Nice.
Fueled up and ready to go.
So I go.
I'll kill the rest of them this way.
Okay, so Zoro turns sideways. Did he fall asleep? What happened?
No. So once there was light.
Okay.
By Donkey Kong and Laura that pointed at some moment in that direction. So I, despite not seeing the rat, I know it's there. So I just close my eyes, and the whole scene kind of shifts to this soft blue-ish, purplish scenario, and everything kind of goes mute.
So the camera's focused on Zoro's silhouette right now. You guys can all see him, but the rest of everything is just blackness.
So I'm just gonna run straight towards the rat and unwind my weapon to slash it in half, like.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead and make a double body check for me, because you're gonna have to first not trip on the table, and then you're gonna cut this rat in half.
That's beautiful.
Please trip on the table and then get lost at the end.
So I got a 4, and my body is 10. It's 10, right?
Okay, so that's a -3. So yes, absolutely. You vault the table and you're about to slash him in the air.
Okay, so now I roll for.
Go ahead and roll for your slash. So do your body another body check, and then we'll do damage.
It's the same as before.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So then roll 2d10 for me, and I'll add massive damage, because this guy does not see you coming.
I'll do this in. I'll do this in roll 20. Okay, that's
yeah.
1.
Okay,
So
2.
2, right? And
Yep.
the other one.
Crit!
Oh wait!
Oh, damage works that way as well.
Yeah. Yeah, low damage is better. So you come up, I'm imagining, for all you One Piece fans out there, do you remember when Zoro was cutting the cannonballs when they were going into the Frankie house?
So many times.
Closes his eyes, runs up, jumps, and goes hunting crow, and slashes once across left to right, bisecting him, and then just for fun comes across and then horizontally bisects the top half as it just goes, and you guys hear 3 distinct thump 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 as this zombie is laying in 3 pieces going but
just
like
now,
can't do anything.
And just now I open my eyes.
You don't need to make a lost check only because you had your eyes closed.
That makes so much sense now.
Is this the zombie? Oh yeah, that's the zombie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this zombie here, hold on, I'll put a red X on him because his body's still there in pieces, but he is dead. So Bulbasaur, you actually can only see one zombie, or you see one zombie carcass, but you've got the low light vision, so you can see this guy and you can hear this guy around the corner, but you don't have eyes on him.
Right. Bulbasaur, Stonebook, he's a bit confused. So he's gonna move to here. He can't resist, and he's gonna just shoot with the gun. He's gonna dig in his vines. He's gonna want to shoot to the one straight south.
Okay, perfect. So you're gonna do Vine Whip to the south.
Not Vine Whip, but with the I'm gonna use my vines to pull the trigger on the gun.
Vine blazer activate. Vine activated blazer.
Oh, got it. Okay, you're gonna shoot the laser shotgun.
Rob.
Go
So
for
good
it.
that Rob has left with the gun.
So is this
the gun.
is this Soul?
Yeah, technically, because it's a ranged attack. Go for it. This is so
Okay, and
ridiculous.
situational modifier would be 3 minus 3.
Yeah.
But you're on mute.
Ooh. That is I don't think I think that's a failure. Is that 10?
No, that's
3 and a
3
6.
and 6. Yeah, 3 and a 6. Right?
I believe so. Hold on one sec.
Or is it better if I roll on here?
Yeah, you got a critical failure and a 3, and then you have to subtract 3.
I'm going to try and add the map. I don't mean to cover up the 7 days of sabotage thing, but I think that our chat will be happy with me if they can see the directions that we're all using.
Yeah, crack on, man.
Nice.
Hold on a sec.
Hey,
Hey, we got the laser gun. Let's see. Window capture map.
I see you, Joe. I see you. I'm coming for you.
I see. Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Pew,
right.
pew, 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 pew.
There we go.
So anyone who missed the session yesterday, or any of the sessions yesterday, we discovered that drunk Rob likes to buy laser tag equipment.
I saw that 160 quid worth.
£160. Every penny well
Fuck
spent.
yeah.
Wow.
By the way, what's the difference between a quid and a pound? I've never
Just
understood
slang.
that.
It's like a
Oh,
dollar
okay.
and a buck.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Squid.
Quill.
A score is 20 as well.
Ah, there you go. Okay, so I put the map up there so that people can see a little bit better, hopefully.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I like how you. Oh, I thought you were putting it directly over my face there, Zach, and I was like,
Yeah, here we go. We don't need this guy. Yeah, Iago's there. We'll just imagine his voice.
You were the face, now you're just the voice.
There we go. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so now you guys can have a good idea. So, okay, sorry. Bulbasaur, you are firing a laser shotgun that shoots ghosts at a rat. I have to decide if this rat has enough of a soul left to be affected by this. So I'm going to have him roll a soul check. He succeeds, but it's versus your soul. So go ahead and... Oh, you already did. So you've got a 3 and a 6. So you've got a success, but you've got a 10. So that's a 0. So that's like a dirty crit.
So go ahead and roll for me. I need you to roll 2d10, and then we're going to roll a luck check. Joe, high or low?
No.
Hi.
Screw you. Low.
I'm going to say hi.
Well, I rolled a 20, so I'm going to need DK to make an opposed soul check because this is a shotgun, and you're standing right next to him.
Wait a minute.
Okay, let's have a look. So, soul 6. So that's minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh yeah.
Oh,
So-
big money.
Joe, these beams of white light come, and for a second, you feel out of your body.
Come away.
Your body transforms, and you feel the pixels set in as you go back to the creation of yourself as a two-dimensional character. And you see, flashing before your eyes, all the different iterations of Donkey Kong as he goes from 2D to 3 dimensions. And the beams pass through your body as you phase through these different eras of your own existence. And they harmlessly smash against the wall.
And you just hear, Daddy.
You see a Cranky Kong in the back just shaking his cane, and as he fades and goes, "God darn it, my grandson!" And so that it phases through, and you take no damage. In the meanwhile, this rat rolled a 2, and you got a 0. As the laser beams plow into this thing, it remembers being a rat before it was a mutant. And then it remembers being a rat before it was a zombie. And then it remembers being a rat
Alive.
before it was a rat, when it was like just a little tiny vermin crawling around on the floor of a lab before it was brought in to be tested on. And you see his body, he makes a confused face and then reverts back to an actual rat and scurries off into a hole in the wall.
I want to fly it and catch it before that happens.
Okay. Make me a body check with disadvantage. So I want you to roll twice, 2 d6s, and I want you to take the lesser of the two. Or the greater of the two.
That's Dougie. Ah, you fucker. It's a both crit fails.
No.
So you immediately fly over, and I'm going to
Straight
say...
into the wall.
Yeah, you take 2 damage as you go pop.
Yeah.
And then
it gets just in the
cartoons
hole
slide
before
down
I
like...
get there. Because he's all full. He's all full of the crackers. So he could have fit through the hole, but he just gets stuck on the outside.
You pull yourself out in like a cartoon. You're like shaped like the hole for a second, and then you go. And this rat ceases to be a giant zombie rat. So now we're actually at the initiative order, but there's only one left. So the rat, which has 3 spaces to move, walks up and tries to bite Bulbasaur. So this is an opposed body check.
No.
He crit fails, so he trips and face plants in front of you. So anybody that can attack is going to automatically crit. What do you guys do?
I'm going
I want
for
to
it.
see Bulba eat this fucker.
Oh yeah, let's let Bulba kill it.
This is like the
Can we all
first, this is like
stand
the
and
first hour
watch?
or 2 hours of Pokemon Blue or Red gameplay, right? Just Bulba versus Rattata, Rattata, Rattata.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, the grass kids.
Oh no! Or you could do the opening of the game. Do 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 do.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna watch Bulbasaur kill this thing.
I hope our humming is all royalty free.
If it's then I'm gonna drop the gun then,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to stick both of my vine whips through the rat.
Spear
What's
whip.
Ash been teaching you?
Vine spear.
Vine sphere.
You hear in the back of your
Awesome.
head, Bulbasaur, use sleep powder, and you're like, "Fuck you,
you.
little kid! I do what I want."
Fuck you, Ash.
It's called for Hypno.
Soar!
I want him to sleep. I want him to die.
I'm imagining like that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy where Groot just puts his tree through like 7
literally.
guys.
Yeah, that's Bulbasaur right now. Our dear Bulbasaur. Impaling.
So you've got a 5 and a 4. So as long as you didn't crit fail, you were fine because he's completely prone. The rat looks up at you and you stick both of your vines through his nose all the way down to his legs and like lift him up. What do you want to do with him?
Oh, amazing. So the vines come into like the holes of his body, and then I will like lift him up and just like chucking like against the floor, boom, and then back up, and then boom, and back up, and the walls until basically the whole body disintegrates.
You're just doing like the cartoon, like whack, 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 whack.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me 2d10s.
Just straight, yeah?
Yeah. This is so ridiculous.
So just for storyline purposes, after this, Zoro would never challenge Bulbasaur into a duel.
Bulbasaur's like this stone cold killer, this little cute Pokemon.
I mean, yeah, it's
Soar!
dealing with trauma.
So
I will not.
you pick up this rat and slam him against the floor, and then you do it again 3 more times until he is jelly. Like, it's moving because he's a zombie, but his organs are in like 9 places. You pull your vines out, and they smell terrible. Like, it's like that thing where you put your hand into something you didn't think was going to be gross, and then you pull it back out and you're like, it's all squidgy.
I clean my vines on Yago's feathers.
Yeah,
Nice.
you're mine. You are mine, bird.
Iago, do you protest or try to dodge at all?
I'm too full to move at this stage. I try. I do try. But he's weighted to the ground, so he tries to.
Too far.
So you like try to like wipe off your feathers, but you're still kind of covered in this like film of gunk. I'm gonna say you take a +1 on your flight rolls until you can find something to wipe yourself off on.
Fucking class. Great. Well done, everyone. Bravo.
So boom,
Mission achieved. Ta-da!
you're done. So now, yeah. Hold on, we've ripped off every other series. We got to rip off Final Fantasy.
Lara just spins round the proton pack.
The gun.
Like full cloud.
Laura like spins both of her guns and like holsters them all cool and shit. Like gives them the action hero like blow off of the trigger. Iago's in the corner just like
Joe is not PG right now.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So-
Beep. I said beep beep. Beep. It's like, guys are just sweating.
Ooh, beep. Ooh. Jesus Christ. Okay, wonderful. So now you guys can kind of get a lay of the land because you've got 2 different light sources, and Bulbasaur you can see in the dark. You're in this lab that's like totally burnt out. There are a couple of like breakers that you could try to do a mind check if you wanted to see about turning the lights back on. But for the most part, only the lit areas on the map are actually lit. So like you guys can see over here, like down the hallway of lasers, the lasers themselves are lighting it up. And you can see down this hallway, but all of this to the south is dark. And these red lines are locked doors.
Locked doors.
Yes.
So I'm gonna want to do.
I'll try and turn the lights on.
Okay. So as you guys explore, Iago, you get down here, and again, you if you try to get through this door or this door, nothing opens. You know, like you fly up to the keypad, you put your claw up to it, and it just goes, access denied.
I think Bulbasaur goes to Laura and says like, Bulba, Bulbasaur, Soar, Bulba, meaning that I think the gun that I used might have something to do with like time reverse thing, so we might try to change, like shoot it to a wall or to a door, maybe.
So
Okay.
we're all waiting for Iago to translate, right?
I don't know why Bulbasaur goes to Laura as if Laura could.
What'd you say, Rob?
Fairly sure Bulba called you a bitch.
Bulbasaur,
I
Bulba.
think you should. She's doubling down.
I didn't know Bulbasaur was female. Oh, that's too funny.
I think we sort of cut to a little flashback where Bulbasaur and Lara sat there and it's like, yeah, he has no idea that we know that we can understand each other. He thinks he's the only one.
Bulba.
It's a drunk party. From the back, you just hear Iago going,
I am the god of language.
Like, Iago fancies himself basically C-3PO at this point.
yeah.
Right.
He just never translates with purpose. So Bulbasaur kind of like hands you with his vines the gun, and he, I guess, is basically his theory is that this gun can alter time. So I guess you could select an object and try to fire the gun at it and see what happens. And so, Bulbasaur, were you saying to shoot it at like the laser mechanisms or like the wall?
I was thinking the door first, but then I think the laser mechanism sounds better, Soar.
Yeah.
Okay, so Laura, I mean, you're adept. You know, you're athletic, so you could try to slip through these lasers and hope you don't lose limbs, or you could try something more unorthodox.
Yeah, I think let's try and as a person of science, I think it's really important that you shoot the big beam at the little beams, right? That's nothing.
Iago, stop right there. I'll get back to you in a sec.
I thought I was just going to double around and be like,
No,
You know, there's a corridor around there. There's a hallway with no lasers, dummies.
I mean, I think we've got the cannon out, and then hearing that, I'm like, sling it back on the shoulder and follow them round.
Okay.
I guess Soar.
Okay, yeah, and I'll put it back on Bulbasaur. Put the cannon back on.
There we go. Okay, so you bring the cannon back up, and what are you firing it at?
So I'm decided because Iago shouted that there's just a corridor around here that's not got the lasers.
Okay.
So assuming that we can get round there without being chewed up by lasers or shooting a giant ion cannon into loads of lasers, come round and so I've put the cannon back on Bulbasaur and walked round here to Iago.
Okay, give me 2 seconds here.
we're safest if
I'm going to stay with Bulbasaur.
I think what you see is round this edge, you see Lara just going across.
Someone
around.
attacking
Oh.
a small village?
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. So Iago, you get here, and I need you to roll a body check for me.
Can I have been trying to like wipe my feathers off the wall and shit? to try
Sure,
and
yeah. Just
gunk
you
off
wipe
it?
them, and you're starting to slowly get your gunk off.
Great. So body check, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a success.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you smell something as you're traipsing along down this corridor, and you jump back as a flame shoots out of the wall and puts a wall of fire up that crosses the entire corridor and lights these boxes over here on fire. And then, as if like triggered by proximity, you hop back and it like the flames go back into the wall, but they continue to, like, the boxes obviously that lit on fire just continue to burn.
So is that part safe?
Totally safe down here. Bulbasaur, why don't you take the lead?
Bulbasaur goes and actually like gives up and go like Bulbasaur.
As you start moving, I think that's when Donkey Kong puts a hand like on your shoulder, and there's like a moment of just like, I believe in you. I believe in you.
Then Bulbasaur looks at Donkey and is like, Bulba. Turns around at the lasers and triggers the gun
Okay.
to the lasers.
Okay. So you shoot the laser mechanism, right?
Yeah, so whenever I can see like a metal thing that is shooting a laser out, then I would
Okay.
shoot to that. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll. I'm gonna roll a soul check for the wall. Oh, that's a D8. That's not what I wanted.
Oh,
So you
That's a
shoot
good
it,
roll.
and you shoot the laser mechanism, and your it's made of this very shiny metallic material that's channeling the laser, and it bounces off, and lands like on the floor in front of you. So like the material's reflective, and so it can't hit and like do anything to it because of the shininess of the metal. It's like very polished.
Okay, so after I see that, I want to go here, Zach. So it's just I
Okay.
don't want to get lost. It's just one square.
Okay, I'll say
And I
you can
wanna-
still see your friends, so that's fine.
Yeah, they're there, and I wanna use my
Got lost at the diner.
Hakyu Hachi Pound Ho, o sea, the 108-pound cannon.
Oh, the 108 cannon. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So basically, he slashes
wanna
100
try and-
times in
oh.
like a circle and just basically puts pressure in a direction. It's anime. Don't question it. The more you think about it, your brain will hurt.
So I'm gonna try and put
The more
this
you know.
this pressure into this so-called closed door.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and try to bust it open. I mean,
I'll
if Sanji
roll a
can do it.
Body check for the door. Go ahead and get less than a 2.
I roll a soul.
Yeah, so
or-
yeah, you can roll
yeah.
soul on that. It's using
Okay,
a
so
technique
it's
for sure.
minus. It's minus
Yes.
3, right?
Yeah, minus 3 because you got a
So
9.
it's- No, I got 10, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's still minus
10.
3. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's 0. It's
0,
3 minus
okay.
3. Yeah.
So this door blows off of its
Hachi.
hinges.
Boom.
Boom! And you just push this door, just flies back and just slams into the wall somewhere over here.
Oh wow.
And
Boom.
you now need to make, if you're proceeding in that direction, you now have to make a loss check.
I will not do that. I will
Okay.
just turn. I will just like put down my sword and just look at Bulbasaur and Donkey Kong, and then
Okay.
and then do this like.
yeah, I'm gonna go that way for sure.
Okay. So we've got 2 teams. We've got Laura and Iago, and we've got Donkey Kong, Zoro, and Bulbasaur. I love it.
The A team and the B team.
Okay, awesome.
Bulbasaur, as seeing Donkey Kong and Sora going to the other side, is gonna step up and call to the other guys. Bulbasaur, Bulba! It's like, don't be idiots, don't die.
And I guess they've heard the metal door being destroyed, basically, right? I mean,
Yeah, no, you guys would have heard like a loud ass like clang, like 100 times from the other side of the
so I
room.
said, we found a way.
Yeah, I go running.
Bulbasaur,
I'm stubborn as hell.
Fuck you guys!
Fly through this fire.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
fuck
Do
why
it.
not?
Okay, hell yeah. So go ahead and make give me your like adept flying check. It's I'll just
So-
make it like a body roll plus whatever that skill gives you.
I have no idea what the skills. I just put everything
So-
as
you can either take. I'll say it this way: you can either take a -2 to whatever you roll, or you can roll, see what you get, and try and use it to make a reroll.
Okay, and now do I still have all the fucking rat gunk on me, giving me a plus?
No, I'll say you've spent enough time like wiping the walls. Like, this isn't your house. You don't give a shit. You're just like, get off me. And there's like some shrubs around like that have grown up, so you're like, I can wipe on that. And yeah, so you're you're not clean. You still smell funky, but
Hard and feathers. Got it.
yeah.
Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Come on.
Okay, go for it.
So that's a 5 and a 1.
Heck yeah, that's a crit. So yeah, you get your double roll, and you fly and you zigzag to either side of the hallway as the proximity trips, and you're literally like, the flame starts to come out of the wall this way, you swoop and go the other way. The flame comes out of the wall the other way, you swoop and go around,
That's
and you make
super
your way
Aladdin.
all the way to the other side, and you get to the end, and you go, and you turn around, and your tail feathers are on fire. Just like the end, like a little ember. But the rest of you is fine, but you're like, ah!
I felt so alive.
Better hope those rat guts weren't flammable. Anyway. So, Laura, you've rejoined the A-team. What are you guys doing in the meantime while this is all going on?
I thought Bulbasaur can, because you mentioned there are like plants growing around, no?
Uh-huh.
Because Bulbasaur recognize those plants, or have he? You know how Bulbasaur is kind of a plant as well.
Yeah, completely foreign. Like, these are alien plants. They don't grow on whatever Bulbasaur's version of Earth would be. But, I mean, he can tell that they're plants. Like, he recognizes them.
So I would just wait for Lara to go first because she's the captain
Okay.
of our ship.
Laura's like, make a hole, make a hole. Laura, are you with us?
Yeah, sorry. Make a hole. My bad.
Yeah, you're good. So, yeah, Zora's kind of motioning for you to go ahead of him because he doesn't want to get lost.
Okay, sweet. So I will head through. I will put the guns away and pull out the proton pack
Hell yeah. Okay.
and start to sneakily make my way in here.
So if I, as I see Laura do that, I will change my sword to my special hammer, but not like just the hand version, like not the fully displayed version.
Okay.
So deactivated hammer.
Gotcha.
I wanna stay like this close to her.
I'll come up behind Zoro just to keep me on track.
Boba.
Bulbasaur is gonna shoot again to the lasers.
Okay. Awesome.
Go again.
Go again. I'll go ahead and I'll make the roll. You basically have to shoot into the laser mechanism itself, so this is going to be pretty tough.
Okay.
Let's see. It's a success, but it's not a high one.
Is this 2d6?
Well, go ahead and roll your soul check.
Oh, so yes. Boom. And situation modifier would be 3. Is that correct?
Yes.
Or -3.
Well, yeah, it would be -3, yeah.
Boom.
Ooh.
Double sixes.
Oh.
So
Bum, bum.
you shoot into it and it hits you, and you have that same feeling of like Bulbasaur as a nice 3D model from like the Sword and Shield games, and then like slowly you become the pixelated version from like
You're gonna go
the original Red and Blue,
Green.
and then you become a Pokemon egg for a second, and then you revert back to your regular form, but like are very out of breath. I'm gonna say Bulbasaur is like shaken for a round, like he can't do anything.
You
He's
just
at a
I
very
went back to. I went back to all the times they try to force me to evolve.
yeah. They were like, "Why don't you evolve into Ivysaur? It'd be so great." And he's just like, blah, blah.
Mama Venusaur.
So you're kind of frozen for a round.
Okay.
So then, either Donkey Kong, Zoro, or Laura. What are we doing?
Is there anything unusual in these rooms? Do I need to roll some sort of check to see if I spot anything?
You can roll a mind check if you'd like to go and just kind of take a peek at what's going on, like, in between these, just like a notice, sort of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it ready to hack and slash is anything that pops to attack Laura.
Okay.
Nice.
I
So basically just holding an action to attack. That works.
Mm-hmm.
2 and a 6 with my scan.
Okay, so the first time you kind of look and you don't see anything. The second time you look, you see a key card on the floor that is blue. And it says security access level 4.
La mierda.
Okay. Is there an indication around of like what level we're on?
The door that Zoro just punched through had a big level 2 on it, and it was red. He didn't look, but it was there. He was just like, fuck, this door won't open.
Yeah.
And what does this one look? If I come up to here, what does this one say?
That one is a yellow level 3.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Do
So
we
I turn
have
around and say, I
one?
found a key card level 4. I think we need to find one here for level 3. Keep your eyes peeled.
So I wanna try destroy that door.
You're gonna try and just destroy it? Okay, go for it.
I mean, yeah.
Has anyone just tried the handles yet, or is it?
That's literally what Donkey Kong was thinking. Of, like, we should just try these handles.
Anyone want to see if it's open?
I'm probably gonna fail though. I got it like a 5 minus 3. That's 2.
You try to do it again. This one's a little more reinforced, and so it doesn't move. Donkey Kong, do you want to
Try the handle.
So there's a little swiper, and then next to it there's like a hand. And so if you want to try and swipe and then put your hand on it, you can do that with level 4 card. You just have to get it from Laura.
Yeah, he sort of walks over and sort of shows his security lanyard to Lara. And sort of just like takes her hand and swipes it through the thing and then puts his hand on the thing.
Mushroom Kingdom DNA recognized. And it opens.
It took your time.
Oh man.
So you guys move over here. I'm gonna bring Bulbasaur with because I don't think he's standing there anymore. He recovers and catches up with everybody. You guys go over here, and you're now standing in front of this large room that you've been making your way around. And the only there you go, Iago. Do your thing. The only thing standing in your way now is a speaker. Or not a speaker, sorry, a microphone with a button in front of it.
Where is that exactly? Can you pin it?
It's right about here.
Okay.
It's a little overgrown, so it's hard to see, but you kind of like tear back. Like Donkey Kong gets in there and just like moves the branches.
A microphone? What does the button say? Or no? Nothing.
It says press to access.
Okay, so
Just like punch it.
He just like punches it.
Okay. You punch it and it says, "Welcome, Professor Egad. Please verify."
Welcome.
Balba! Saying to Iago, do one of your impressions.
Waka, yaka cuckoo.
So what do you say as Professor Egad, since you've heard his voice for more than 30 seconds?
I just repeat the line. You have a strange accent, but I'm sure that's fine.
The computer. Hold on, I'm gonna make a check here. Hold on a second.
computer so
No, that's foolproof.
No,
lanyards.
it is. Just roll higher, or just call high or low for me.
Hello.
Okay. I'm just going to determine if this is funny or really funny. So the computer says, Professor Egad, are you sick? You have a strange accent, but I'm sure that's fine. And then opens the door.
Beautiful.
As you guys step inside, there is a vault in front of you of all kinds of treasures from other dimensions. Like casually in the back, inside of a tube, is like the fully completed Triforce from Zelda that grants wishes. And it's like leaned up against a wall in like a tube. But everybody go ahead and make a quick mind check for me.
So what's the modifier when you have 1 as your stat?
You have a modifier of 0. You get -0 to all rolls.
Oh, so it's just 0. It's not like +3.
No. It's it's not working against you. It's not working. It's just not working for you.
Okay. So I got a 6.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
I got a fail on that one.
6 and
I
a
got
4 minus
2
3.
successes.
Oh, we hit the skills.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys notice that there are things here from all of your home dimensions. Bulbasaur, off to the left, you see your Pokeball. Off to the right, DK, you see the big golden banana, like the one that's as tall as you. Iago, you see the lamp. You see the genie's lamp is here. But it's the black one. It's Jafar's. And then Rob, you see Laura's diploma. Like when she graduated and she became an architect. Like her diploma, like framed, is here. And Zorro, you see the straw hat flag. And you guys know in this moment, there's kind of a wistful, like, you guys have been together begrudgingly for the last 6 months, but what's going through your guys' heads? Because you know, the minute that you touch these things, that you're going to go back to your home dimensions. You guys might never see each other ever again. And yeah, you're a bunch of obnoxious pricks who've been dealing with each other for 6 months, but you also have lived together. You've worked together, you've eaten together, and your journey's over. What's going through everybody's head right now?
I've been shitting in your mouths while you all sleep.
Iago, never one for sentiment.
That's thoughts, right? Just thoughts.
Yeah, like I just want to know what's going through his head.
So
I mean,
would
you
look
can
at-
say stuff out loud if you're talking out loud, but I'm just wondering, like, where's your
I
mental
said that
state?
out loud.
Yeah, you said that out loud, right? Yeah. So I would think something
Dude,
like
Iago's all but giving the middle finger, like with both of his like
You
feather
guys,
fingers.
I'm going home.
So as I listen to Iago and watch him try to middle finger us with feathers, smelling from zombie rat. I think for myself, that's probably the first teammate I would actually kill. That's one. And then
Come
I
at
look
me,
at,
bro. Come at me.
I'm just thinking, and then I would look at them and just for a moment appreciate what partnership can be, being so different but united in missions and accomplishments.
Awesome. So Zora's kind of like being very introspective. He's having the silent moment. Laura, where's your head at?
So I'm looking at my two of the animal companions who didn't just speak out and shit talk us as we're about to leave, and just look at them and think I'm really going to miss them. Although if I took them home, I'd probably end up spending my entire trust fund on keeping them fed. I think.
Oh no, Laura would have to drink less cocktails.
Yeah.
Or sorry, what was it, Lauren Croft?
Yeah, I might only be able to go on 4 holidays a year. It'd be terrible.
No more Bali for you.
Donkey
I
Kong. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I've got something I want to do after this, but I'll save for the introspections first.
Okay. So, I think
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he looks across at all of the group, and his eyes sort of settle on Balthazar, and he kind of like and sort of comes down and sort of goes down to Balthazar's eye level and takes
You're literally pressed against the ground. He's
prone,
this tall.
It is. And he brings over the Pokeball and he goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. And you know it says, you can have freedom. I can break this.
Oh, shit! Bulbasaur, what is your response?
I think Bulbasaur is overwhelmed by the offer and says, Bulba, Bulba. And with like watery eyes, you see all of his body become white and shiny.
He's gonna evolve.
And it's Bulba, Bulba.
Dun 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 dun.
Ivysaur.
Fuck yes. I love it.
And an Ivysaur says, break that motherfucking bell.
His evolution gave him human speech. I love it. So, Donkey Kong, you effortlessly tear this thing in half. He can still touch it because it's a part of his home dimension. This is still his key home, but it's no longer his prison. And Ivysaur will go back to lead a Bulbasaur revolution. Oh my god, it's fucking, that's a whole nother game right there. Oh. Fantastic. So I was gonna say what's Bulbasaur thinking, but now we have Ivysaur, and he is free to go back to his home dimension and be whatever he wants. What is going? I was gonna say what's going through your head, but is that it? Just the evolution, and then?
Yeah, I think that's it. He's gonna look at his Ivysaur body for the first time, and I guess he's gonna realize on this that he's no longer constricted by the laws of his own dimension, and because he's already level 100 or whatever, you're gonna see his body again become white.
Boom, boom,
And immediately
We're gonna need some space in this room.
it's gonna expand and boom. Venusaur!
Zoro was not expecting that. I mean, he doesn't know about evolution. Like, he's probably sitting there like, what the fuck is going on?
Zoro, I think what's going through Zoro's head is, what fucking devil fruit do I have to eat to get that power?
100%, yeah. Is that
Fucking
evil fruit?
And now he's gonna, and it's almost the same size now as Donkey Kong, so he's gonna go and tackle him.
Oh, they like play together. I love it. I mean, Donkey Kong, if you want, you could just grab onto Venusaur and grab your banana and take him back to your dimension. I mean, there's nothing that says you guys have to go back to your natives.
Let's build our own dimension.
I got him tempted.
Or
to
you could
sort of
stay
say-
here. It's up to you guys. I mean, Iago, I feel like goes and sweeps up the black, like the black lamp and fucks off.
No, I have plans.
Oh, okay. So you've all kind of had these like great transformative moments. Laura, you said you had a plan. Tell me.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna reach forward to go for my diploma, sort of like look over my shoulder at my newfound friends, and then just before I go to touch the diploma, I'm just gonna scooch the trap out from behind me underneath Iago and then step on it.
Well, I've moved if you've checked the map at all. I've been working through this.
Oh, what have you been doing?
I'm standing beside the
so
Triforce right
wait.
now.
Ooh, shit, big moves.
And he's got his little feather ready to press on the Triforce. Don't fuck
So
with me.
you move and you go to press the trap to fuck with Iago, and Iago's gone. And you guys look towards the back of the room, and Iago is looking at the shiniest thing in the room that is emitting its own golden light. And he touches it, and in that moment, what is the first thing that comes to Iago's mind?
I wish they were all dead.
Yeah, Do it.
So
Do it. Do it.
in that moment, you guys are all engulfed in flames. Yeah. And you all of a sudden blink. In the moment that you blink, you all awaken with a giant demon, like kind of leaning over on this precipice in front of you. He's skyscrapers tall, looking down on you and goes, "It's been a while since someone teleported into hell." As you find yourself in front of Lucifer on the 9th circle.
A la mierda.
And
Awesome.
that's where we're going to leave it. I'd love to pick this up another time with Iago.
Yeah, guys.
With Iago having teleported you all into the 9th circle of hell.
You
Freaking parrot.
Yeah. Fuck
You just had to
Rob,
put the
I
track.
sent one of your characters to hell. Will you get over it?
No.
Send all my
No.
characters to hell. It's okay. I get it.
Well, I could have actually killed you guys, but I felt like that wouldn't have been fair because even as fucked up as Iago is, his version of death is just hell. Because he was trapped inside a lamp with Jafar for 6 months. So I just figured the closest thing to death is you are literally in the land of the dead.
Fuck you, Iago.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Perfect ending.
And here's the thing,
wanker.
Iago now has more wishes, technically, because he can rub Jafar's lamp.
Infinite power.
But as he touches it, would he go back to his world?
Well, that's a good question. Iago,
good
do you have
question.
anything else you want to do?
Is all their stuff still here?
Yes.
I want to gather all of it up. I
Okay.
want to take the diploma. I want to take the golden banana. I want to take the broken Pokeball. See if I can try and put it back together again.
Right.
I want to take the straw hat flag. And then I want to just burn them in the middle of the room.
You bastard.
So you try to light it. You try to light these objects on fire, and they won't catch. Even though the straw hat flag's made out of cloth, everything else, there's this like dimensional energy that won't let these things be destroyed because they're not in their home dimension.
Right. Touch the Triforce again.
The
Send them
Triforce is
home and
gone.
destroy them.
The
Oh,
Triforce is
crap.
gone. As soon as you wish on the Triforce, it goes back to the realm of darkness.
I should have thought this through.
I mean, Iago is sitting in a room full of treasure and other types of shiny loot. He just can't carry any of it. He's got a body of 3.
He's just gonna go
Well, back to Aladdin.
and press the lamp.
You touch the lamp and you appear in Agrabah, and then you feel a tap on the shoulder. You feel a tap on the shoulder. You turn around and a red hand grabs you and pulls you into the lamp.
Jafar!
And that's where we're gonna leave it, guys. If you ever want to pick this up again, part 2 of Star Heist could continue in so many ways.
Yeah.
I hope you all had such a wild and fun time like I did.
That was
was
epic.
crazy.
Thank you so much, Zach.
That was amazing.
I love like the journey of that last little moment from this really like beautiful, virtuous moment of like, come with me, you can be free. To like the double evolution to the really introspective moment of Zorro, and then just fuck.
Yeah.
That was absolutely fucking nuts.
Venusaur already scorching in hell. All
Yeah,
the flames
like
around.
Venusaur,
Super
Venusaur's,
effective.
Venusaur's gonna have problems because he's like sweating and like needs water to be like regular. He's like wilting as a
He's gonna
Pokemon.
get dehydrated so fast.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's gonna be carrying Venusaur on his back out of hell.
Yep.
I knew I was going to
Iago.
kill you guys as soon as the door opened, and then as soon as you were doing all that heartfelt fucking bullshit. I was like, this isn't gonna affect me. Stick to the plan, Rob.
But
Stick
see,
to the
here's
plan.
the thing, Iago, that's not even out of character for Iago. I couldn't even
That's
be
not.
mad because he's like,
No,
"Fuck you guys."
Bulbasaur wronged me. Wronged me. And everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
He
actually
did.
the first time
He
that
decided
you
to kill
met.
everyone.
It was actually the first
Yeah.
time that he met. Bulbasaur ordered some food that you actually wanted to have.
that was the
You couldn't
last
bring
straw.
yourself to order
Well,
another one.
it's probably like I have to imagine that you guys had like the roommate squabbles. So it's like Bulbasaur ate something out of the fridge that was marked Iago.
Right.
And he was like, "Son of bitch must pay."
Iago had marked every
Oh no,
bit
sorry,
of
hold on.
food.
Son of
Iago-
bitch must
So, no.
pay.
Yeah, literally.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm so glad and so happy that you could come and run this for us, Zach. That was absolutely brilliant.
Thank you guys for having me. I happily
so-
pick this up any other time, and I'm so happy to be part of the 7 Days of Sabotage. And it's not over, guys. If you enjoyed the content, head over to my
Forgot we were
channel.
streaming.
Didn't I? I did too.
I forgot we were streaming.
I haven't looked at the chat the whole time because I usually have my chat pulled up. If you guys want to head over to my channel, we do amazing roleplay content every Saturday, and then I sometimes play video games with friends and my wife. So head over there, give us a follow if you'd like. If you are watching us and you are not followed and subscribed to Sabotage the DM, get that fixed right now. And we will be back for 7 Days of Sabotage again. I will be here tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock our time, which is 11 o'clock your time.
Yeah, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
11 o'clock.
So if it's too late at night for you guys, I apologize. Please watch our VODs. They'll be great. If you want to catch up, though, if you are planning to watch City of Sin, we did do our first episode Saturday. So go over to my channel and check that VOD so you can catch up and be rolled right into the story. We have 3 churchgoers who all wield guns because that's their version of Catholic justice, and are currently taking on a bunch of mobsters in 1920s Chicago with tieflings and rat people walking around. It's a great time. But we're gonna have so much more fun. We'll be back Wednesday, and then again Thursday, same time. Sign up for the werewolf game if you want to be in it. But I'm so honored to be a part of this thing, and I can't wait for we'll definitely have you guys back once we figure out our anniversary thing. And yeah, it's just been a great time, guys. Anybody else wanna take the reins here?
I'd like to say thank you very much for Sergio and Mario for joining us as well.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah.
It's been
Big
amazing.
friends of
you
mine.
guys, we need to get you guys on way more often.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Mario, all the way from Peru, started this at like 7 in the morning,
7:17 in the morning to be precise. Yeah.
and all that energy.
I mean, this is my second cup of coffee. Yeah.
Amazing.
Hell yeah. And if we want to get another game of BESM together, whether it's on our channel, my channel, your channel, whatever, like if I get a week's worth of somewhat planning, and we could keep a rotating cast of characters, I'm happy to do this some more. So fans, if you like it, head over to my Discord, head over to Sabotage's Discord, and let us know what you thought about the episode. We'd love to get some feedbacks, because any of these shows can become staples. We just have to find the time. So let us know.
And then in an hour's time, we are going live once again. We're doing Emperor of the Waves with John Cooper. We also have 5D on the 7 Seas, and 5E on the 7 Seas. We've got Gabby's going to be a part of that one. Oshi. We've got who else have we got from that one? Rowan Beggs. We've got Liam Fleming. We've got
Pirates.
Federation. There we go.
Fucking
Got some
pirates.
on the road. We got Scott from Scott Bears Grove Danger Club, all in an hour. So yeah, go and grab yourself some food and some drink, and then come back.
If you're a fan of One Piece, come be a Nakama.
Yeah.
Nakama means friends or crew.
Crew. Yeah.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Mwah.
Love.
Love
you.
to everybody, and
you
we will
tomorrow.
see you guys in an hour.
See you in an hour.
Bye.
Bye.